Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for December 16th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching in time, this could be really relevant or completely bizarre, but really that's your call. This isn't going to make sense to everybody, which is fine. If it does make sense, I really hope that it's a good message for you. And if it provides challenges, we'll find the why and the result. So I'm being pulled to use the messages from your angels. And we have, you need to start taking care of your vessel. All right. If you have questions about booking or anything, reach out in the DMs, but I really want to start this. It's really important that you really start taking care of yourself on all fronts. It's time to start addressing the behaviors that hold you back or that keep you stuck or that hurt you in some way, shape, or form. Now, this could be physical or mental, spiritual, whatever the case is, but you have been kind of strung out or anxious or going through something that is overwhelming either you physically or mentally. It's time that you work on decompressing. I know it sounds easier said than done, I get it, but right now you need to really practice some form of self-care. For some of you, this is going to be laying in bed, watching whatever it is that you watch. For some of you, maybe it's time to go for a run. For even more of you, maybe it's time that you stop berating yourself. Whew. This is going to be about purpose. It really is. Please check out the mini reads. When you have an important life purpose involving communications and the arts, please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help. And then, let's see. New psychic. Yeah, you're stepping into purpose, baby. This is going to be victorious. It's going to yield success materialistically and spiritually. All right, you are flying high right now, which threatens others. Don't descend. Others will soon be inspired by your example. Victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. New psychic and spiritual experience are changing the way you see the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through prayer and meditation. Yeah, you're stepping into purpose. You really do have a divine purpose. And right now, I feel like you are discovering a lot of the hurdles that have kept you from that gift, that talent, that ability even. So what I'm seeing here is the act of self-care is actually going to be doing the decompression and a lot of the reflection. It's not going to be necessarily hermit mode. It's going to be a time of really feeling yourself out. A really important time of personal consciousness. I feel like this is in some way putting you into a meditative state. So you may find that you are laying there, sitting there, walking there, driving there. Now while you're driving, of course, the beta part of your mind picks up, but it's like you get from point A to point B and you forget how you got there, because in all of this, your mind has started to drift and wander with all of these thoughts that have been coming to the forefront, wondering about what you're doing, where you're going, what you want to do, who you want to be around. All of these are coming into play. Some of you may just want to go through a walk in nature, whatever that nature looks like around you. And if you have the ability to do so, and if it's safe, go do it. Act on that inspiration. It is going to give you a lot of insights and key notes to really work with. And it's important that you learn your style and how you communicate with the world around you. So what I'm seeing in this is you have a very unique expression. Just as like a fingerprint, a DNA strand, you have a very unique expression and it needs to come out. So how are you going to convey that individuality? Well, I guess it's it's going to come through, not only through whatever this meditation is, but that aspect of what seems to be the younger self. I see this fusion of playfulness coming through in your younger expressions and meeting all of that wisdom. And I see it creating like a new strand of expression with you. I really feel like you are working on becoming not a more, not a better or improved person, but it feels like you are actually allowing yourself to be the different that you always have been. And I feel like it's finally coming out of your shell. So, let's see. There's going to be probably some static that is going to be coming through this because you are changing. And when you change, those who know you, those who have known you for, or at any point, they may become threatened by it or insecure by it because they have seen the same situation as you have, yet you are changing. So this is kind of jogging what their sense of security and safety is, which is not something that you have control of unless you're a parent or a guardian, and that is your legal thing. But again, going back to this, and the chance that it's not any of those, you are not responsible for anybody else's sense of consistency in their own life. You are really stepping into your divine personhood, and then by extension, divine purpose. So there might be some physical shifts that are happening in your world, but I don't want you to back down. There is going to be an element of discomfort because of this change, but it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. So let's look into that. I'm getting to go to the magical messages from the fairies, so that's where we're going. What do you want to add to this? Admit your true feelings to yourself. It may be time for you to come out of whatever your closet looks like. Who do you need to forgive? There's a lot of hard feelings that are coming up now. I can almost guarantee it. Love life. What you have to admit to yourself, what you have to forgive, I think that it's essential because now you are seeing how this has affected every relationship on every front in your life, but also the decisions that you have made. Yeah, I definitely am feeling that low soothing energy today. It's been very chaotic, and this is like the recovery energy. Interesting. Affirmations. Okay, and I'll take one more. It's blossoming, and emotional healing is underneath. It is what it is. Okay, you may have to forgive. There's always that thing of, I need to forgive myself. Yes, 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 and I'm not giving you crap for it. You may need to forgive a lot of people. Family, friends, lovers, colleagues, classmates, people who have hurt you either intentionally or unintentionally in your life. It doesn't change the fact that it has affected you, whether it was intentional or not on their part. But I want you to know, even though it seems personal at times, like how could they have sought me out to do this? It wasn't personal. I really feel like this is somebody who is working from their own broken faculties, and that even though they were doing this, they were doing whatever it was that they felt was their only option at the time, that they couldn't fight it off themselves at the time. And I'm not making any excuses for anybody. The trauma that occurred to you is not right, and it's not okay. It's never going to be okay. But also, knowing what your trauma is, that awareness is really your advantage. That is something to be mindful of. So whenever you have this coming to the forefront, it is important to look at this and see how you are holding this in your mind and your body. And the reflection part is seeing how holding this in your mind and body and having this be part of your actions and your choices, it really shows you how this has been infused into every decision and every person that you have interacted with on whatever the level is. So this is something that has affected your romantic front or your intimate front. And I see that you are doing the work right now to reprogram that aspect of yourself. Now, we're not doing this with blind positivity, toxic positivity, because so help me God, I'll stomp on my own foot before I go along with that. But the affirmations, when you get to the affirmations, before you actually write down the affirmation, I really want you to write down what the paradigm is, what the pain is. And I really want you to be raw with it. I'm not good enough. I'm not blah, blah, blah enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not, whatever the perceived disadvantage is, I want you to write that down. Do not censor yourself. Write down every word, regardless of how beautiful or ugly it is. I want you to write it down. And I want you to write it down until you have no words left. This might take a minute, but I genuinely want you to actually write it down, because your brain does 10 times more neurological pathway, or, the breakthroughs in neurological pathways than if you are just texting it out. And this is where, after you've exhausted that, I want you to start actually writing down the affirmations of what it is that you truly are. I am lovable. I am teachable. I am smart. I am willing. I am adaptable. Whatever it is, I want you to write it down in the positive affirmation. And I know this might feel silly at first, but chances are you are more than willing to write down what it is that what your paradigm was. So I want you to take a chance and write down what your positive affirmation is about yourself, the flip side of whatever the paradigm was. And I want you to look at it. I want you to look at both. And this is something that I learned from my master coaches, which I love and appreciate all of these mentors that I get to know so much. I want you to look at your paradigm, and in a safe manner, I want you to burn it. In a safe manner. Don't test me on this. But this writing of the affirmation, you are going to leave with you. You are not going to burn that. I want you to look at this. I want you to keep this with you. Don't be afraid of anyone seeing it. You are protected. In fact, check the mini reads, because it talks about Archangel Michael protecting you. I want you to keep looking at the affirmations. Rewrite them if you want to. Add more if you want to. There's no shortage of it. The more that you are doing this, the more that you are focusing on the you and what you are becoming, the more that it is going to blossom in your life, and you are going to actually see the result of the work that you are putting in. So we have the emotional healing. This is meant to be a very cathartic exercise for you. A lot of emotions might be coming up, some of which may not be the prettiest, but they're essential. These are part of your hurdles. And when you are seeing the blossoming and you know that you are capable of doing something, that's when you start to confront even more the shadows. But since you're working with a different set of confidence and knowing ability, this is where a bigger opportunity for your healing and greatness comes into play. Your emotional healing and well-being in your future aspect is blossoming. The world is very pregnant with possibility and expansion. I want you to tiptoe lightly around it and really observe the shift that is happening in you. And I know that this is a daily tarot and oracle, but I want you to remember this and reflect on this as many times as you need to. I actually I'm going to ask that you save this, because even though this is an intuitive reading, I think that this is a part coaching session for you, which I think is great. And I want you to be open to the possibility that maybe there is something inside of you that is kicking its way out, and it's very positive. But also, with that positivity, you are going to be facing the shadow healing that goes with it. So, incense is going out. I have to light another one. Go grab your coffee, grab your drink. We're gonna do this. Ooh, Maybe if I put the match on the correct spot rather than just trying to light the wood. I don't know about you, but the energy has been highly, highly emotional. And it doesn't make it wrong. But we have to be aware of that sensitivity. Because I think that sensitivity, we project certain things, and it may be something that is magnified because of whatever the paradigm is. And I really feel like this is something from the past that it's showing itself right now, but it feels so necessary. And I've seen this in personal sessions. I've seen this with family and friends. I know that this is collective. I know that this is a very intense time. So let's see what comes after this. We have mother healing. Wouldn't you know it? All right, what else? Empowerment. And what's this? Playtime, make a wish, and break free. What's this? You have to make a decision. You have a lot of decisions that you're going to make. The mother healing, it's not always about the mom. It's whoever the more nurturing caregivers of your life were. Feelings towards your mother heal. Your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. Because whoever the emotional caregiver was in your life, or however many it was, these are the people who teach you what your personal worth is, what your value is, and how to treat yourself. So whether or not it was intentional or malicious in the past, to whatever the degree is, because not everybody has horrible upbringings, not everyone has great upbringings. This is a time to recognize wherever that emotional shortage was in your life, and how actually that has affected you, because when there was some aspect of a shortage, you stepped up even more, which is why we have, oh, you're mature for your age. Great, thanks. It's trauma. And no, I'm not marginalizing, I'm not knocking you down. I'm not giving anybody crap for this either. You're more powerful than you realize, and it's safe for you to be powerful. It's urging you to stop asking permission to be great. Stop asking for permission to accept yourself and think that you are enough by some sort of collective acceptance. No, you don't need any of us for that. You are here by your right. You are here by right and being powerful. Everything about you, whether it's a genuine aspect of you or if it's a learned response that is being corrected, every single aspect of you is valid and is worthy of expression and getting itself out so that it can actually find its center. When you find out that you are worthy and that you have the empowerment and that you can be powerful and you don't always need to ask for permission, like actually you don't need to ask for permission at all to be great, then that's where you actually get this major sense of freedom. And I really feel like you, and as you acknowledge your personal wealth and on all fronts, that's when you really start to play with what it is that you are deserving of in this life. And I do feel like you are going to be breaking free from that old paradigm. I think that you are doing the work right now, and I think that it's incredibly ugly. I think that you might be having a lot of eruptions in your life right now. It's necessary. Your life looks like the ring of fire right now with all of that eruption, and that's okay. And it can happen to any degree, and none of it is wrong for you. It is necessary to create new land. So make a decision. Listen to your intuition and make a decision. Where is this coming from? I have a sneeze coming. Ugh. The incense. I wonder if I saged everything right now, would I start sneezing? Would I be allergic to sage? All right. So the likely result of this and making a decision and doing it for your best interest and greatness and self-righteousness, I mean that in the best sense. The likely result, I'm getting to go to the messages from your angels. The likely result in this, leading you towards the answer to your prayers. Listen and follow the steps. I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. And then there's this. I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. You're going through an expansion and not only finding your people, you're finding your place, your purpose, you're finding your family. This might be a literal or figurative family, but you are being welcomed amongst whoever your people are. And then these two. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know that you can be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. You need to be open to receiving. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving the divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. All right, and hold on. Your desired outcome will occur in the near future. Have patience and faith and don't try and force it to happen. You going with the flow on this is making everything come together so fast. And now I want the tarot and oracle. Very interesting that I'm finishing the reading off with this. All right, so it's been nothing but oracle. Mastery of self, emotional mastery, and being incredibly grounded and sound. You are making monumental moves. You're really a master. And you're seeing your payoff, and I see that there are going to be a lot of offers being made, followed through, and for some of you, even a proposal. But I see that you're really stepping into your thriving greatness and independence. You are, without question, ready to move on from the past, and this is going to happen faster than you realize. Another king. Get ready for financial, physical, emotional abundance and nurturing, and all of this being protected. It's going to take some discipline, but you're building an empire on all fronts. Yeah. Stay safe, have fun. If you have questions about booking a session, wait, I still feel like there's another card in here. Yeah, you're working through insecurities and you're having a renewed sense of hope. Now I feel done. Now I feel happy with this. Okay. This has been the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the daily insight on life and love for December 16th, 2021, also being timeless. If you have questions about booking a session, go ahead and reach out in the private messages in the email address provided, social platforms, ask about services, sales, availability, what might be right for you. I really look forward to hearing from you, and I do hope that this finds you well. Go have an amazing day. You're really doing some amazing work. Stay safe, have fun, and know that you really do deserve this. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. So listen with an open heart and an open mind. I already started shuffling, have these bad boys out. And here we go. Let's see. This is ascension. It really is. It's what seems to be a solid new beginning that seems to be incredibly powerful, passionate, fiery, and a huge new awakened sense of spirituality or faith, possibilities even. So let's see. We have the Magician. I feel like all of the chakras are in alignment with this. All aspects of you is starting to blossom. This yields a lot of success, either personally or financially. But what else is this? Whatever your plans are, they feel very solid. And honestly, I think that probably freaks you out. Yeah, you're more than capable, buddy. How interesting is that? Yeah, of course, this reading's not going to make sense to everybody, but whatever this is, you have a lot that you are juggling and you're doing it well, and now you're going to start to trip yourself up, aren't you? Don't overthink things. You have a lot that is up in the air right now, but what I see is you really mastering your skills. I think that part of this is peeking your head out of the door of ascension and realizing that things are really working in your favor. I see a lot of fast movement coming in. Fast movement with all of these wands. Are you kidding me? I see a huge investment, multi-investment with you. There's a lot of earth energy around this. I feel like if this is financially geared, it's going to be incoming slower than the actions of what you're putting into it, and that's fine. You're going to be able to keep your head above water. I feel like there's a lot of personal recognition that you are going to have going into this. Anything that really boosts your confidence, you got to be in favor of. We have an overwhelming amount of blue and yellow in this, and gray even. So you're working your way out of the fog. Something is healing, and I think that it's going to be determination for you. It's going to take determination to have whatever this initial insecurity is going to be. A lot of work ahead of you, but you're going to be mastering yourself and this. Hey. If you find your way across this, you probably need to hear this mini message, and this is about whatever the change is that's going on with you personally. It's not going to make sense to everybody, and that's fine. But what I see going on with you, I have a cluster of cards in front of me. We have this, that, the other thing, some of this, a little bit of that, some more things, and then this. All right, so what I'm seeing with this is, I think that you're really, really working on something, not only your reputation, but something that is a major new skill in your life. I think that you're really working on mastering not only yourself, but this skill. And I see that this is incredibly overwhelming. There is a lot that comes along with this. There's a lot that you have to work on with yourself. And I see this manic side of it. I see the encouragement. I see the enthusiasm. I really feel like there's a lot of masculine energy embodied in this. Now, that doesn't account for the actual gender or whatever the heck it could be. This is just a lot of forward-moving momentum. I see that you are really giving this your all. I see that you are really ready to make a move in life, move on, let go of your past. And I see the aggravation that actually comes along with that one, because it feels like there's almost an attack where you have to be defensive with it. There's nothing that you have to be defensive about. You're standing up for yourself, and I think that this is probably really one of the biggest times that you could do it, and one of the more authentic times that you could be doing this for, I guess, this right purpose with yourself. I really feel like you are stepping into a form of purpose with how much of yourself and how much you are working to stop identifying with from the past. I really see an overhaul that is going on with you. Yeah, it's going to be slow moving, but you want to know something amazing? As you work on this mastery, your reputation, your future, all of these things, this huge forward moving passion of this, the more that your confidence, your capabilities, everything about this is just going to skyrocket. You have every reason to keep up this momentum, faith in yourself, the growing confidence. I don't want you to shy away from it, because that growing confidence is going to be your winning ticket. It is going to be what really sets off this personal or futuristic success. I really like that you haven't given up as many times as you have wanted to give up. I get that you have been through major turmoil. I get that you have been through, I think, the worst depths of the human mind. You didn't give up. I think that you came very, very close, but you didn't. Something kept you hanging on, and for that, I'm very proud of you. I do feel like there's a sense of renewal that's going on with you. I feel like your energy's coming back. I feel like you, an undiscovered aspect of you, is coming back. And I see that there's a really important piece that needs to come out. I know that this is kind of gearing towards an aspect of yourself that you had greatly protected and I think tucked away. We're going towards inner child, inner adolescence here. This aspect of you seems to be kind of glaring from the inside out, watching to see if you are going to make contact with it. And I know how silly that sounds. I know that there's something that you don't want to look at with yourself if you do go towards that inner child that has been wounded, that has been hurt, that has caused this feeling of wanting to give up so much. And I think that your protection of that is what's giving it this sense of renewal. So what I am seeing here is you doing that beautiful soul work. I know it's been hard, but I feel like you're doing that beautiful, very positive in the self-serving soul work. And I think that this aspect of you is ready to come out and be reintroduced to not only yourself, but to whatever the environment is around it. And it's been a long time since you looked at that little aspect of yourself, but bringing it back, it's now putting you on what seems to be a really, really destined path. I think that you are waking up. I think that you're coming back. Some really important aspect of you is coming back to life, and honestly, it feels vital. The luck is changing. The paradigm, the mentality is changing. There's really nothing stopping you. I feel a sense of freedom washing over you, and I feel a sense of possibility washing over you. So I really want to, just say congrats. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a message from Wisdom of the Oracle. You're ready for action. You're ready to take action in your life. Now, this may not make sense to everybody, but I feel like you're waking up out of what seems to be a long-standing coma in life. And it's like, okay, what I'm picturing with you is it feels like you are on a beach, like you had just been rescued from whatever the undertow is. And it's like you had just opened your eyes, and it's like you are gasping for breath right now, and you have spirit who's screaming in your face, are you awake? Are you all right? Listen to me. Listen to my voice. Listen to what I'm telling you. It looks like spirit is desperately trying to help you. And what your leap is going to be, what it is that you are going to be jumping into. This is actually a very important time for creation. So while it's telling you where you need to go, you need to start developing the steps to get there. So it doesn't feel like it's something that is taking off now. It seems like it's a time of preparation for you. It's not a time for you to engage in any sort of chaos. I think that we have enough of that around. What I'm seeing in this is wake up and start developing a plan for what it is that you can do. Don't allow yourself to become overwhelmed. You are preparing yourself for the step, but you need to know what that step looks like. I want you to really create a plan. It doesn't have to be any one thing. It doesn't have to be overly detailed. It doesn't have to be simplistic. You have to do something that feels thoroughly right for you. If it doesn't make sense in that moment, I want you to still write it down, because there's a very important message in whatever that step is. It may not make sense to you right now, but it is going to make sense to you, I guess, when divine timing is right. Spirit is really screaming in your face to prepare yourself, to wake up, to start to recover now. Start to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. This is not to scare you. In no way, shape, or form is this to scare you. It's so that when the time is right, you take that leap, knowing that this is inarguably the time to do it. And I don't know if it's going to be a big old sign, but it looks like Spirit's been trying to get through you for quite some time with this. So take a breath, grab whatever you need to, pen, paper, start developing the plan to get to the next step. I hope it made sense. This is very specific for whatever direction you're going in. If you found your way across this, You might need to hear from the saints and angels. Yeah, the saints and angels. Not saints and angels. I'm sorry, the daily message from your angel. So what is this? All right. Something needs to be forgiven. That is a huge hurdle for you. It's time that what's going to really be important right now is grounding work. So this is talking about crystals, but pay attention to what energy you are feeling right now. This may have you feeling scattered, maybe irrational, angry, whatever the emotion is. I don't want you to think that it's wrong, but it's important that you don't react out of that feeling and do something that is irrational that would be against you. I want you to do whatever it takes to go get grounded. And then what is this? Earth Angel. Base chakra. This is involving your sense of security and safety and something that is really close to your intimate home. Maybe not now. This could be something from the past. But let's see. There's a lot that is coming up that is very fear-based with you. So I want to know, what has you feeling so scattered? What has you feeling like doom is approaching you? Because I get it. Some aspect of your security is being triggered by something in the environment or coming up inside of you to be healed right now. Now, we can look at this two ways. One, you've done the healing work to where you're tapping into this, and now it's time that you face that, whatever the fear is, and you have the tools to do it now, or something in your environment is triggering a long lost, I think, situational memory in your mind that is coming up to be addressed now. But whatever it is, it's very triggering, and it's not something that I feel is currently relevant. I feel like this is something that is more theory or past based. So what's going on here is I want you to take a long, hard look at what your environment looks like, either emotionally or physically. Where is this coming from? It's going to be super important that you do whatever it takes to get into the right vibrational energy, to not be so reactionary to this, impulsive even. I do feel like you do have angelic guidance. We can say Archangel Michael, but whatever this is, it is guaranteeing your protection. You're not going to be hurt in this. Spirit is making very good sure of this. I'm having a hard time with the words, as you can see, but you're going to be safe. You're going to be able to process this. I hope that made sense. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. I can't think of what this deck is called right now. What is this deck? I want to say it's daily messages from your angels, but anyway. Looks like romance is afoot. Now, you're a total sap. I can dig it. I am too. So new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through a reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love, but now I want to give you guff. Why are you resisting that love? What is the hurdle with you? Chantel. I am the angel of marriage. I'm assisting you right now. Good God. Did you find your person? I feel like you may have found your person. If you haven't found your person now, if that relationship, as long as it's not toxic and abusive, as long as, if it's reignited, congrats. If this is incoming, congrats. Whatever this is, you have a gift for working with young people. Your divine purpose involves helping and teaching and parenting kids. So what I'm seeing with you, I know this is going to be silly. You are a teacher. You're a spiritual teacher. All of this, my darling, I feel like in finding your person, it allows you and whoever this is to step into purpose together. You might be working something like a partnership. You might be working a partnership and stepping into whatever your aspect of divine purpose is. This could be healing other people and helping them find their inner child. This could be you finding your inner child with the help and triggering of your partner. But also, I feel like a big aspect of this is Whatever has awakened in you is going to be a trigger point in helping and awakening other people's gifts. This is a very trigger-happy situation with not only you, but almost like a wildfire that flows out from you. I do feel like you are stepping into a mutual purpose with somebody, and that this is a major commitment from any party that's involved. And I think that you guys share the same direction, values, and actually can probably work really well with this. But I want you to know that this talking about being a spiritual teacher, that means spiritual lessons are coming up right now too. Be incredibly patient and compassionate, not only with yourself, but whoever this is involving. A lot is going to be revealed and soothed and recommitted in this, and it also feels like a huge awakening coming up that is going to be moving into a legacy with you. So I really hope that this made sense. This is a major commitment on all fronts. The love is there.